Hello and good evening. Enjoying me, Gr3. Just getting things sorted out before we get started and away properly. Right. So, good evening and welcome. You join me, Gr3, and here we are for round 9 of the team versus team NGR MRC SIMFX P1, all racing together on GT Sport in the Group 3 cars, and this time we have 2 races round Laguna Seca in America. The first race being 17 laps and the second race being 27, if I remember rightly. So hopefully I can bring some good entertainment, some good commentary, and we get some good racing to watch. Looking forward to this one tonight. Should be good. Laguna Seca, tricky track. Not the hardest, but a couple of tricky corners, and it's easy to get caught out. So yeah, should see some good action throughout the field. Hopefully so anyway. Makes my job a lot easier doing the commentary. List of names. There's one name that I'm not familiar with in there. I'm not sure if he's joining us tonight or not, but we'll soon find out. Should be roughly about 5 minutes till qualifying. We'll get underway properly then. This championship brought to you with association with Team Oliver Racing, a truck racing company, and team. David Appleby Engineering, well established, quite smart engineering company, and Excite Energy Drinks, quite new energy drink company that started not so long back. Proud to say that they're sponsoring this championship. In practice, we'll get it all up ready for the race and qualifying. So we've got Jambu gone fastest so far in practice. gives us some kind of indication of what to expect in qualifying, obviously. Jambu going well through this championship, doing a really good job, and keeps turning up the pressure week in, week out to make the guys at the front push if they want to have a win against him. Would normally, I do apologise, but I would normally at this point jump on board myself, have a quick go and get a few laps in just to show what the track's like from the perspective of the cars. I guess I can do that by jumping on board with someone. But yeah, I've hurt my wrist a little bit, I don't know how. I don't really want to jump on my wheel. So we'll stick on board with Danzo. We've got 2-minute call for qualifying now. Go, lap from Danzo. Goes round for his fastest time in the end as well of the 1:23.490. Fair few different car choices from everyone in this championship, so it makes it an interesting one. See all the stickers for the sponsors on the back of Graham's car there. Cutler, our host, just waiting to start qualifying off for everyone in the pits at the moment. Everyone else just getting themselves prepared, if not getting those extra couple of seconds of practicing, ready to start qualifying and put a good effort in. Hopefully we'll have some competitive times, and we see some unexpected people making their way up the field a little bit more than we have been used to seeing. That will be good to see. So it looks like we're going qualifying in a couple of minutes, or a minute or two. Hopefully we won't be too much longer. 8:30 now, so we should be underway. Some good liveries in this championship. A lot of people have gone to a lot of effort, putting some good work into the way the cars look. It certainly shows. Right, so we're heading into qualifying in a second. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. Who's going to get a chance to dive out of the pitch first before anyone else? Looks like we've got Moss, the new guy that's only just joined us this week, getting out of the pits in first, so he's got the track advantage over everyone else straight away. Not really a slipstream kind of track is Laguna Seca, so yeah, you will gain a little bit of a slipstream from the car in front if you're following someone, but at the same time there's no massively long straights where you make a big advantage from it. NGR Cutler going off already, just getting going through the first couple of corners. Oh, Cutler's off again. Not sure what Cutler's issue is, but he's gone off twice already, so he needs to get a little bit more focus on that before he gets his fast laps in. Everyone getting going now. Nice space between the cars by the look of it. Big Les joining us again this week as well. Good to see. So Pilgrim Paddy's going to cross the line to start his fast lap first. Followed shortly by Moss. Let's see what Pilgrim Paddy can do. He's the first over the line, so he's going to be the first to come in with a time. Let's see if it's a good lap that he manages to put in for this first one. No tyre wear on, no fuel wear. There is fuel and there is tyre wear. What am I on about? Thinking about a different championship. So they've just been looking to get a bit of a banker lap in to start off with. Get a reasonable time out of the car and then lose as much fuel as possible through this 15-minute qualifying session, and then look to put in a faster time with some fresh tyres towards the end. Just common sense, obviously. Less fuel you've got, the lighter the car is. So Pilgrim Paddy looks like he's holding up Moss a little bit behind, but I don't think Moss will be too bothered about that as it's only the first fast lap. Pilgrim Paddy clearly not pushing that hard on this lap as well, taking it nice and steady through the corkscrew. Does mean that unfortunately behind him it's bunching up a little bit and they're getting a little bit impatient. And they almost went 3 wide through the exit of the corkscrew there behind. Big Les looks keen to get past to get this first lap in. Is he going to go for an overtake? Goes side by side slightly on the back of Pilgrim Paddy, causes a little bit of contact. So Pilgrim Paddy losing a little bit of time out of that last corner maybe. Brings it over the line for a 125.9. Big Les with a 123.1. So Big Les in first at the moment. Moss, we saw him backing out of that lap and giving that one away, as Pilgrim Paddy held him up a little bit too much to get a fast time in. Paddy's gone off now, just pulled to one side to let the other guys through. Jambu following Big Les in front with a bit of a slipstream, looking for a fast time. Not quite got the best time in the first lap there from Jambu. Capable of more, I feel. Purcell as well, only in 5th at the moment, so I expect to see him climb up the order. He's normally up there in qualifying. He's a really good qualifier, is Purcell, as well as Jambu. Jambu is normally quite high up. There's a lot of good drivers in this championship though, so it's possible for anyone to make the leap and have a really good race. Big Les has had some really good results, and I think he's had a pole position as well. Just off the top of my head, I haven't got the stats at the side of it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Big Les has had a pole position in this championship so far as well in 1 or 2 of the races. So perfectly capable of setting those fast times. We're at 120.6 from Les, so a lot faster than Jambu's time. Jambu arguably should have been quicker because he had the slipstream, even though it was distant. Moss coming over the line now with a representative time for himself. We're 121.861. Graham, we're 125.532. Sean, we're 125.30 at the moment, currently in 5th. Oh, just dropping down now actually. As Purcell improves, we're 123.328. Puts himself up into 4th with that time. Good stuff so far. Change up the perspective a little bit. Purzel going to go purple in this next sector with the help of Pilgrim Paddy pulling him along. Got a feeling he might do. He's right on the back of Pilgrim Paddy now though, so he's going to end up losing this time if he's not careful. Pilgrim Paddy really should. I think he had a mistake through the first couple of corners, so he should really pull over and let him through, since Purzel's on a fast lap and Pilgrim Paddy arguably isn't. Up on his time is Purzel though, doing a good job. I had a feeling he'd be fast on this lap, I don't know why. Oh, comes into the pits actually, so backs out lap one, decides to pit on this lap, get some fresh rubber for another set of laps. Joe Winner's still putting times in, 1:23.807 from Joe. Graham Reed's improved now from his 1:25 that he did earlier with 1:24. So Graham up into 7th. NGR Cutler struggled to get going in the first couple of laps, but now he's got himself up into 4th with 1:22.745. He's 2 seconds down on what Big Les has managed to do in the BMW in first though, so it's a lot of time to be down and still be in 4th position. So Big Les has put a monster lap in. Oh, a bit of contact there by the look of it from Cutler on the back of Purzel. A bit unnecessary, and he's actually picked up damage, so he's going to have to pit again to get rid of that damage. Purzel's got damage as well. Unfortunately, he's just pitted for fresh tyres, so he's going to have to pit again. Similarly to Cutler after that bit of contact. Shame to see. Big Les getting out of the way for Jambu to come through onto another fast lap. Big Les not improving that time round. And new guy Moss coming into the pits to get some fresh rubber on and give himself a chance of a faster lap. But he's currently in 2nd, so at the moment he's the closest to Big Les in front, but Big Les is in a league of his own on this track at the moment with the time that he's set already. So let's see if anyone can get anywhere near to that time that he's done by the time the fuel's disappeared a little bit. He's picked up damage. There's Big Les. I hope that's not a sign of things to come in the race, but yeah, he's picked up damage there, but he needs to pit now and get rid of that engine damage as well, so it's never good, just losing time to even get back to the pits. Moss coming through, we'll keep an eye on him, see if he can improve. He's just coming to the pits for fresh rubber. He's on his outlap in fact, so he's just come out of the pits. My mistake, I thought he'd already come out a lap ago. Graham just letting him through, nicely done. Plenty of room there to get through nicely. Jambu needs to get some fresh tyres on this car now. Absolutely no time at all between Moss and Jambu. 1,000th of a second in it at the moment, so very close between those two. Big Les in the pits now, getting his damage repaired and probably getting some tyres on the car as well. Cutler back up to speed to come over the line, start a new fast lap. Got three quarters of a tank of fuel, so he's dropped a quarter of a tank so far. Good evening, thanks for joining me. Then there's Jambu in the pits now, so said Jambu needed to pit sometime soon. We're getting towards the 10-minute mark in qualifying now, so there's only 5 minutes left. These guys need to be pitting sometime in the next lap, if not at the end of this one that they're currently on, to be able to have a chance to get some fresh tyres on, make the most of the low fuel and get out there and possibly get a faster lap in. It looks like Danzo's refueled. He has. Danzo's refueled. So just sat in the pits, not sure what's going on there from Danzo. Maybe he hasn't got out at all, but he surely has, because he's in 6th position. Let's go through the order anyway from the bottom. Sean is in 10th at the moment. We've got Graham in 9th, Pilgrim Paddy in 8th, Joe Winner in 7th, Danzo in 6th, we've got Purzel in 5th, Cutler in 4th, Jambu in 3rd, Moss in 2nd, going off track, Les Kun in 1st. So oh, Big Les has gone purple as well. Let's go on board with Big Les for this lap, see if we can improve on that already impressive pole time he's put in. Provisional pole, obviously it's not full pole position until qualifying's over and done with. Moss in the pits again, so Moss choosing to come in this lap to get those fresh tyres on to get that extra chance at the end with the lowest fuel possible. Big Les going through the corkscrew nicely, not as purple as he was. It's a really bad way of saying it, but he's lost quite a bit of time since his last purple sector. See if we can carry it over the line with a good exit through the last corner and make an improvement overall. Good exit there by the look of it to me. Nice and smooth and steady. So 120.523 in the end. Gone purple and improved yet again on his own time. Purzel in 2nd now. So Purzel's jumped up with a 121.103. Good job there from Purzel to jump up into 2nd all of a sudden. Moss dropping down, he was in 2nd, so let's see if he can go well. He's currently on his out lap with those new fresh tyres on. Everyone obviously picking the soft tyre in qualifying to try and get the fastest time in, but they do, in the second race, they do have to use 2 different compounds of tyre, not in this first race though. 17 laps this first race I believe, if I remember rightly. Never write it down and have it in front of me, but try and remember it from looking at it earlier. So who's looking to improve? Who do we think can jump up there and make a few positions up? We've only got 2 minutes left now of qualifying roughly. Oh, Jambu does it, goes up into 3rd on that lap, drops Moss down into 4th now. So let's see if Moss can pull some out of the bag now and get back up there. He was in 2nd earlier on, so he's got potential now. He's lost a bit of fuel as well as the other guys. Don't forget that's possibly why you're seeing these faster times come in. So now he's got this. This is his first lap, flying lap that is, on the fresh tyres with low fuel. So let's see what he can do. Going well through there, carrying nice speed. Tricky corner, is that easy to carry too much speed, go wide on the exit and lose it completely, end up in the gravel. Coming through the corkscrew, the infamous corkscrew, dropping down nicely, going a little bit wide on the exit, pulling it back over to the right hand side as you're racing, keeping it nice and neat and tidy. Heading towards the last corner now, the hardest corner arguably on the track, even though the corkscrew is on this track. It's a really tricky corner to get right consistently. And he comes over the line to Seca, 120, no, it's not an improvement for him, so it's a good time, it's a 121.942, but not an improvement personally for himself. Cutler up into 5th now. Quite a bit down on the time of Big Les in front. Over 2 seconds down in qualifying, so it's a lot of time is that. If Les can pull away in this race, he's not going to have too much trouble from behind by the look of it. Joe Winner going well, but not quite as well as I would have expected in weeks gone by. He's normally quite high up there in qualifying, and seems to have deserted him a little bit, the pace in the BMW this week. But we'll see what he can do in the race. Perfectly capable, competent racer is Joe Winner, so he's definitely got chance to improve on that position in the race. Anyway, see if anyone comes over the line and improves. Can Big Les get a purple time on the last lap? And can Purzel come over the line to beat him? No. Purcell's just finished there, I think, and he's not improved. So Big Les, it looks like he's going to keep this first position, unless anyone's on an absolute flyer behind him. That BMW seems like an absolute monster around here, putting in an unbelievable time compared to everyone else. A 120.523 he finishes up with in the end. No, he doesn't. He does actually go purple. So he ends up with 120. Well done, Big Les. Well done. That is a good qualifying session from you, definitely. Went purple 3 or 4 times there to just keep his first position nice and secure. So 120.357 in the end. Really good work. Really good work there from Big Les. Secures that pole position quite easily, I dare say. That's not normally what you see in these races, so good job, really good job there from Big Les. But the rest of the field are slightly shocked in the time he's managing this one. Everyone crawling around now, pretty much finished up in qualifying. Pilgrim Paddy's is still going for it, no, crawling around as well, so that's pretty much it. And we'll shortly be heading into the race. Have a quick little drink. So, Big Les dominating in qualifying. Can he do it in the race? It's a question now. And can Purcell and Jambu, perfectly experienced, high up in the championship as well. Purcell and Jambu give him a good challenge from behind. Sounds a bit wrong, does that? But you know what I mean. So 17 laps, and we're about to get underway. It's a terrible angle I've jumped on board with. I can't really change it. So where we go, Purcell's jumped off the line in first. Big Les has dropped right down into 4th. So a terrible start for Big Les. Drops 3 positions off the line. Really bad. See what he can do in the race. We know he's got the pace from qualifying, so... But the winner there is Purcell. Jumping straight up into first, from second, Jambu into second, Cutler in third, Big Les in fourth, Joe Winner in fifth. Got Moss side by side with someone behind him. Graham up into sixth, Pilgrim Paddy in seventh, Danzo in eighth, Moss in ninth, Sean in 10th as we get underway. So Moss has had a little bit of a bad one and he's dropped back. And as well as Big Les. Oh, Big Les having a big moment. Oh, just about manages to catch it. Keeps it on track, but he's lost time to Joe now behind. Joe coming strong on this first lap straight away. Not pushing it too aggressively on trying to make any move into there though from Joe. Can go so wrong so easily through the corkscrew. So wise from Joe there. But good job from the guys in first, second and third to get away nicely as Big Les just bogs down on the start line. To quickly back out so I can change the angles and everything. Oh, Purcell's gone a little bit deep into T1. Jambu looking to get an opportunity to overtake, but not quite having the pace to do it in the end. Good close racing there. Pulling a bit of a gap away from Cutler in third now as well. Cutler's getting hustled by Big Les behind him though. Like I say, we know Big Les is quick. We've just seen it in qualifying, so what can he do in this race now to make up for that loss right at the beginning? He don't have any damage, I don't think, does Les? No one collected him or hit him or anything. Big moment there from Cutler. Big drama as he goes a bit wrong through the mid part of the corkscrew and just ends up touching the gravel and going slowly. Gathers it up quite nicely in the end to not lose it completely, but drops the position down into fourth. Unfortunate there for Cutler, but that's how easy it is in these races. It's close racing. So Cutler now has a right challenge to try and catch up with and keep with Big Les in front, as Les is released to try and catch Jambu. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on what else is going on. Looking back, we've got Pilgrim Paddy and Danzo side by side. Pilgrim Paddy on the inside. Danzo looking for an opportunity but not quite managing to get it done. Sean right behind him as well. So this is a race that looks like it's going to develop quite quickly and get closed up. Graham in front. Had a little bit of a moment. Dropping back from, who is it? Joe in front. But Graham going well at the moment. Whoa, who's that? Who's that? Oh, Cutler! Oh no! Oh, that's Cutler off. And then Graham trying to avoid him then and just went into the back of him. Oh, terrible. Unfortunately, really unfortunate there for Graham. Judged it as though he was going to come back across the track, Cutler, as he had his moment, and he ended up aiming for where Cutler was, and unfortunately Cutler controlled it. Unfortunately for Graham anyway, Cutler controlled it and just kept where he was. So yeah, it's almost the saying in racing, if you see an accident happening in front of you and you're not sure where to go, head where the accident started, because that's very rarely where it'll finish. But that time round he just went off in a straight line, and a bit unfortunate there for what's it called, Graham, to misjudge it a little bit. Obviously gave Cutler damage as well if he didn't already pick it up from his own off. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on the battle for second position, as Big Les has got himself right up to the bumper of Jambu in front in second. Good stuff from Les. So the tyre wear is starting to creep in. Now we're on lap 4, but nothing too dramatic on Big Les's car anyway at this point. Driving well to conserve the tyres. Got 100% fuel in this race, so I'm not sure, that's a full tank obviously. I'm not sure if they'll need a pit stop for fuel, but they'll definitely be stopping for tyres at some point. Oh, nearly. Taking complete opposite lines to each other. Jambu closing back into for a late apex, and Big Les gone for an early one, nearly collected each other. We kind of need to work together here to catch up Purcell in front. It looks like Purcell's going a little bit slowly there to me, so he's just lost a little bit of time by the look of it to Jambu. We're in slipstream range now. So the race for first is still not over. Certainly not Purcell's to run away with at this point. He has to keep a good pace going to just keep it in front, which is probably a bit faster than he wants to go to try and save his tyres. So I've been in this position before where I've led a race with tyre wear on and everything, and it's actually quite difficult to do because you want to try and pull a gap away from the guy behind, so you're securing your first place, but at the same time you have got to think about your tyres, so you don't want to push too hard too early and then end up getting caught or end up having to pit too early because of it. So it's a real fine line you're trying to find when you're trying to find that balance between the two. We see Big Les getting a bit impatient behind, side by side, and having a little bit of contact between the two, nothing major though, a bit of door rubbing. Big Les just letting him know he's there. So a good race so far for these guys up front. Big Les trying to claim back where he started from really. Be interesting to see if he can do it in the end. On lap 6 out of 17, so plenty of time left, 11 laps to go. Joe dropping back a little bit now. Oh no, Joe, sorry, actually up a few positions, he's up into 4th now, but he's quite a way off Big Les in front with 12 seconds between them. Danzo in 5th. Joe's had a decent race so far in this one actually, it's worth mentioning. He started in 6th I think, So he's made up 2 positions, good racing. Jambu in the pits now from second position. So Big Les inherits second as he comes round. Doesn't go in the pits this time round. Joe Winner comes through the last corner. Will he get out in front of Jambu? As we see Jambu getting released. Strange pit exit on this track. You end up driving all the way around the first corner and then you get released. So Joe can see him on the inside probably coming out of the pits, but Jambu comes out of the pits nicely in front of Joe. But Joe's certainly got a target in front of him to try and catch now. Joe's tyres aren't too bad either, so they could possibly do it. They could stay out a fair few laps here and try and catch up to Jambu in front, or at least try not to lose too much time. And then when he comes in for his pit stop, it's not too bad. So Jambu with the early stop compared to everyone else. Ooh, Purcell hitting the sausage curb through there. It's not what you want to do on this track. You hit those big red curbs on the inside, you haven't got a lot of chance to save it, believe me. So Purcell putting up a really good defence for first position at the moment to Big Les, which is trying to chase him down. Big Les really good on the brakes into T1, keeps a lot tighter line than Purcell and catches up quite dramatically actually through there. And then Purcell goes deep. Purcell with a bit of an understeer. Is it because of the tyres maybe? I'm not sure. Or was it a little mistake from Purcell? Can never quite tell. But Purcell dropping back into second because of that. So nice opportunity from Les. Maybe Purcell was feeling the pressure after he saw him catch up so quickly and just forced that little mistake. So Les is back where he started and back in first place. Blew me away with that qualifying time, and I'm sure there were a few other surprise people out there with Les's qualifying time. Ended up really, really impressive compared to everyone else's. Made everyone else look slow. But obviously I know, I've been watching them for weeks and weeks now. I know that they're not slow at all. Plenty of fast guys in this league. Purcell in the pits this time round. So Big Les is still going, probably pit on this next lap, if not carry on again. His tyres aren't too bad at all. Purcell coming out of the pits into 4th position by the look of it. No one close behind to challenge. Sorry, not 4th, 3rd it ends up being. What's going on? Not a lot of dramatic action going on by the look of it, so I'll just skip through and go on board with someone for a lap or two, I think. Who's got a bit of a gap to close up to the guy in front. Purcell now is out of the pits. Can he close in on Jambu? Jambu with the slightly worn tyres, pitted a few laps earlier. It's a 3.2 gap to Jambu ahead of Purcell at the moment. If anything, Purcell's taking it quite steady and Jambu's pulling away slightly. So there's the back marker of Moss there, I think it is. Hope that's not Sterling Moss. But letting the guys at the top come through. Joe Winner, is he going to be a winner? I'm not sure this time round. I'm really not sure this time round. Whoa, Cutler going deep into T1 on lap 10. Really deep, got himself on the marbles there and struggled to turn back in. He's only got a little bit of tyre wear, so that was a genuine mistake into there, I dare say. Danza on the medium, so a slightly different strategy to everyone else. In 6th position, doing a reasonable job at the moment. Graham Reed's dropped down from 6th into 7th, but keeping it going nicely. Got a 2-second gap over Sean behind him in 8th. So long as he can sustain that gap, it's possible to keep it going till the end, maybe. 7 laps to go and a few pit stops to go probably as well. So let's see if the strategy works out. Sean on his mediums now though, if he can catch up, he's got the tyre to carry on and get the position overall on Graham even after the pit stops. So Sean needs to push at this stint in the race and really try and catch up to Graham. Joined the pits from 6th. Moss down in 10th. Shame for Moss, had been reasonable time in qualifying, so just dropped back right at the start. Didn't quite catch exactly what happened, but unfortunate for him, he finds himself right at the back. Pilgrim Paddy in 9th, having a bit of a moment coming out of the exit of the corkscrew there. Gets it going again nicely without too big a drama. Gap from Sean to Graham is growing slightly, so Graham doing a good job trying to pull away and make sure that Sean don't catch him up. What else is going on? We've got Joe closing in on the back of Cutler overhead, coming into the corkscrew for the 11th time. Cutler seems to have upped his game quite a bit through this championship, and he's certainly improved from his first couple of race results. So Cutler in the pits this time round. Joe now inherits 4th, Danza up into 5th. Cutler still in the pits, just taking on a little bit of fuel I think maybe. Comes out in 6th position by the look of it. Is there anyone right behind him? Is Graham going to come through? Oh, it's going to be tight. Oh no, it's not. No, Cutler is out in 6th. So down to 9 people now in the race, unfortunately. Or are we? Yeah, we are. Big Les up in 1st, we'll join him again. He's he needs to pit for tyres. He's pushing it a little bit on his tyres. Hopefully he doesn't cause himself a bit of a mistake from trying to run on 2 worn tyres. Obviously you can drive on tyres that have got absolutely nothing left, but when you're actually trying to keep some kind of pace, it's easy to have a big mistake, especially when they are just getting worse lap after lap. Sometimes you don't quite realise how bad they are. Coming through here nice and neatly. So Big Les, I'm expecting him to pit sometime soon, but he's still in a very good position, and I think he'll still have a very good chance of winning this race, if not come out in 1st position out of the pits. Does he need fuel? That's the question, I suppose. It probably doesn't, I would say, judging it. So yeah, I think Big Les will be fine on fuel, so he just needs to come in for tyres, so it could be quite a fast pit stop for Les if he does do. We can see Jambu just closing that time down now. Jambu's tyres aren't brilliant. Has Big Les just picked up some damage or something? No, it's just going that slowly now on those tyres. Look at the time coming down though. So it's about 8 seconds. Keep an eye on it through this next lap. Purcell closing in on Jambu as well, so the battle for second is not over. In fact, it's about to get rather fruity. Purcell chasing him down, closing up through the corkscrew there as well. So we're just having a little drink. So quickly go through the order, coming towards the end now, 2 laps left, or 3. So Big Les is still in first, Jambu in second, got Purcell in third, fourth is Joe Winner, Cutler's in fifth, Danzo in sixth, Graham Reed's in seventh, Sean in eighth, having a good battle with Graham. And we're down to 8 people now, so another player's dropped out. I'm not quite sure who it was, someone towards the back no doubt. Big Les making his way past the back markers of Graham and Sean. Got this under control now as Big Les. Will he pit though? I think he's going to just go to the end now. I think he can still keep that gap. He's got roughly an 8 second gap still. So I thought the time was coming down rather quickly from Jambu, but his tyres have gone off too much now, Jambu, to be able to make up too much difference. So Big Les is just going to go to the end on these tyres by the look of it. Brave move, but going to work for him by the look of it anyway, as long as he don't lose too much time on these last 2 laps. Jambu's in a similar position though, he's got no tyres left, so he can't really push to make up that time on Les, and he doesn't know either. He's in the position where he's racing, so he has no idea what Big Les's tyres are like. Purcell's probably in the best situation at the moment to be able to catch up. If you look at the time to Jambu, he's catching Jambu, but if you look at the time relative to the leader, which is the red time on the right hand side next to Purcell's name, it's that's getting smaller and smaller. So even though Purcell's still in third, he's catching the leader quickly. He's running out of fuel though, that's Purcell's problem. Jambu will be saving fuel at this point now by the look of it as well. Struggling with his tyres and saving fuel. It's not a combination for going fast. So can he keep third place? Now we're heading into the last lap. Pretty safe to say that Big Les, unless he has a big incident on this last lap, he's got first place in the bag. But the battle for second is still very, very alive. Come on, Purcell. He's going for it. Side by side, round the outside. Surely not. Having to drop back in. Got back markers ahead as well, so that could be interesting. Could come into play before the end of this lap. So Jambu coming up to the back markers. sometime soon, hopefully not through the corkscrew. That'll be disastrous. Purzel coming through, down the inside. Go on, Purzel. Oh yes, nice move. Still side by side there. Oh, Purzel manages to get it done round the outside. Good work from Purzel. He's picked up. Oh, Jambu's picked up a little bit of a penalty. So Purzel's definitely got second place there. Big Les comes over the line to finish in first. Well done, Big Les. Congratulations. Purzel in second in the end, and Jambu in third. So Purzel pushing hard on the last lap to make that work. Really, really good effort. Joe Winner in fourth. Driving around with no pressure from behind, so dare say he can keep it clean for these last couple of corners and finish in fourth, no problems. Prove me right, Joe, please. Cutler in fifth. So Joe coming over the line in fourth. Good job from Joe. Good result in the end. Fifth for NGR Cutler. Danzo in sixth. Cutler dropping back a little bit through the strategy, I feel, there, and ended up dropping back in the pits, I think. Danzo in sixth, like I've said. Sean in seventh. Graham in eighth. Pilgrim Paddy in ninth, and Moss finishing in 10th. Well, didn't actually finish, but would have finished in 10th. So, not a bad race to kick us off with for the first one. Really enjoyed that. Not the most action-packed race I've ever seen, I will admit that, but other than that, I quite enjoyed it. Good ending as well there from Purzel and Jambu. That's good. Right, so get ourselves ready for race 2. So my wrist isn't brilliant, otherwise I'd probably go out and do a few laps, but not particularly feeling it, so I'm not gonna this time round. So race 2, 27 laps. We start with 70% fuel on board, so 70 litres out of a 100 litre tank, and yeah, there's a pit window as well. I think it's normally around 7 laps in, so you can't pit for fresh tyres until after the pit window opens, which is roughly around 6 or 7 laps. I forget which one it is this time round. Do apologise. Reverse grid as well, so it gives the chance for the people that finish towards the back there to have a better result maybe, and get away to a good start. Yeah, all in all, pretty good race that first one. Completely different noise these guys make, just sat here ticking over in the pits. Anyway, I'll have a little bit of a break now, shut up for a minute or two, and just have a chance to refresh, ready for race 2, which is even longer again. Right, so just waiting for the next race to start. A couple of minutes ago, about 3 or 4 minutes, and I think we'll be underway again. If it's anything like race 1, should be quite good. See if Big Les can make an easy job of coming through from the back. Since they won, and it seems incredibly fast round here. There's Big Les, so in the BMW. So we'll see what he can do. No doubt he will be coming through pretty quickly, so we'll keep an eye on him. 3 minutes until we get started. A little call there from Cutler the host. Graham got a decent chance this time round. That smoke, how's it going? Right. Herzl were a really good finish at the end of that one. I hope he has as good a race this time round, because that was entertaining. I had to wait quite a while for a bit of action towards the end of that race, but it came in the end. Pilgrim Paddy had it. Pilgrim Paddy having a paddy. Hey, Herzl straight into the wall. Oops. Everyone waiting now just for the race to start. Way off. So it looks like we've got 9 people. My wrist is really hurting. I don't know why. No, it's not the obvious things that everyone would think. It's just not funny. Jesus, that's loud. Really loud when cars come out of the pit sometimes for some reason. Anyway, we're gonna... Away we go. Goes really quiet on me. Away we go for race 2. 27 laps, starting on 70% fuel. And the pit window doesn't open until, I'm guessing, lap 7. I'm gonna guess at. So, Can't skip up the camera angle. Same as this last time. I'm gonna jump. Away we go with Joe Winner. Can we get a decent angle to see anything? Cutler banging side by side with someone. Jambu by the look of it. So Big Les still in 9th, just going steady into the first corner. Cutler in 3rd. Good start from Cutler. Sean in 4th. Jambu battling away for 4th already. So Jambu with a really good start. Getting up there straight away. Off the quit and go. So looking from Cutler's perspective. Oh, Graham in front goes a little bit wide. Cutler gets a good run. Gets a chance to dive up into 1st. Gets past nicely as well. Loses a little bit of momentum out of that corner. But enough to keep ahead of Graham into the corkscrew. Oh, Graham goes a little bit deep on the brake, so into the back of Cutler. Causes a bit of damage. So a bit of damage there for Cutler at the rear end. Both on the medium tyres, these guys as well. So looking for a long stint out of this first part of the race. But they're not going to get it, well, possibly not going to get it now. Now they've got damage. Pilgrim Paddy trying to battle away to get his way up. As we see Sean up into 2nd. I was going to say 3rd, but 2nd as who's that? Joe. Whoa, it's all going off. What's going on there? Who's dropped right back there? Purcell dropping right back. Graham Reed's dropping right to the back out of all that. Pilgrim Paddy not having a good time either, dropping into 7th. Kind of missed what happened there, if I'm honest, but big incident. Saw one of them go wide. Oh, got Joe Winner just coming into the side of Big Les in front. As the alternative lines go on through the first corner, which is always a bit of an issue. But Danzo going a little bit wide on the grass, so Joe Winner getting the opportunity to dive up the inside. Getting a bit of a bad drive on the exit though, Joe, so Danzo keeps it side by side with him, actually takes 5th before the corner, drops back into 6th, and Joe gets a drive around the outside. Good overtake there from Joe. Commits to it nicely. Oh, and fires it up the inside there from Pilgrim Paddy. Just thinks I've had enough of this. Danzo's going too slowly, and then Purcell chucks it up the inside as well. So Pilgrim Paddy, not Pilgrim Paddy, sorry, Danzo going slowly. Picked up a little bit of damage, but you wouldn't think it'd affect him that badly, but it obviously is in his car. We've got Purcell right on the back of Pilgrim Paddy now as well. Looking for a chance as soon as possible to get past. Looks like he's in a bit of a hurry, does Purcell. Calm down again into there, not risking anything. Looks for a good exit instead, gets a little bit of oversteer though. Pilgrim Paddy's safe this time round by the look of it. Anyway, Big Les is now up into 4th, started right at the back after winning in race 1 of tonight. So really good job already from Big Les. We're only on lap 3. And yeah, already in 4th position. Good stuff. Sean now in 3rd. Jambu up into 2nd. We've got Cutler running away with the lead at this point. Can Jambu do anything about it? Both on the medium tyres. Sean on the soft tyre behind. Let's keep an eye on Les though. Les is catching Sean very quickly. Putting him under some real pressure all of a sudden. Oh, side by side now. Sean had a little moment. Lost a little bit of momentum. Not this time though for Big Les. Sean having a good battle, keeping him behind. And rightly so. Not far ahead is Jambu. They're having a good race, these guys. All pretty close still. Cutler doing a good job with that bit of damage, but Jambu is catching him. He's closing up through that first corner as well, really closing up. So heading out of there very close together now. Can Jambu take the lead possibly here? It's going to certainly start putting Cutler under some real pressure. Sean battling away, defending well from Big Les. good action at the top. Want to kind of jump down and see what else is going on, but I don't want to miss the overtakes. Joe in 5th, going around the zone a little bit by the look of it. Purcell, well, in no close action. Purcell in 6th, climbing the order slowly. Graham in 7th, Pilgrim Paddy in 8th, Danzo in 9th. We'll jump back up, see what's going on. Jambu still trying to get past Cutler, right on his bumper. What's Les doing? Let's have a quick look. Well, let's see if Jambu goes for it down into here. Nope. See if Les goes for it. Nope, not this time. Down into T1, let's see if Jambu does it. See if Les goes for it. Oh, Les looks like he might have it on the exit. Oh, not quite. Good drive from the Jaguar out of there. Keeps the pace over the BMW quite nicely. So Les having a bit of a moment of oversteer, catches it nicely, but loses a little bit of momentum. Seems like Sean's gone a little bit slowly as well though. See what Jambu's doing. Still bumper to bumper with Cutler in front. This is brilliant stuff. Going for it into the corkscrew. Jambu. Oh. Cutler almost outbroke himself. He went a little bit deep, but just about enough. Just got the braking done enough to just about get away with it. Any deeper and it'd have been a real issue. That's what she said. Jambu down the inside on the exit. Yes, up into 1st. Gets it done eventually. Patience pays off for him. Good job there from Jambu. Cutler looking to come straight back at him though. Not getting the inside line though, Cutler. So Jambu, so long as he can keep this inside line, keeps the position into this next section. See, Les has got past now as well. Sean's dropped down into 5th. So a bit of an incident by the look of it from Sean. And Joe's got through as well, up into 4th. Les up into 3rd now. Les onto the podium, last podium step at the moment. Still plenty of time left in this race though. But yeah, Les having a really good race, coming through right from the back. Purcell now on the back of Sean, to go on board with someone. Catching him up towards the entrance into the corkscrew braking zone. Down in 2nd gear, looking for a good exit. Blind crest, apex almost really. Blind turning is the word I'm looking for as you come through that 2nd part of the corkscrew. Incredibly close on the brakes for Purcell, but not pushing for an overtake at this point. See what else is going on. Cutler doing a good job of sticking with Jambu. Now he's got past, but not managing to come back at him yet. Oh, as I say, that goes wide and Cutler spins it. Big drama now from 2nd place. What's going to happen here? Big Les comes through. Could have been a nasty one that for Big Les. Nearly caught the back of Cutler as a young Orsted. So Cutler's got engine damage, going really slowly. Joe Winner will get a chance to drive past him now. Needs to make sure that he does it sensibly, Joe, not in the wrong place. If he does catch him in the right place, that is. Yeah, he's got a chance before the corkscrew here by the look of it. Cutler should be wise to it as well and let him through. Oh, Cutler does actually challenge a little bit. Surprised, as soon as he's got engine damage, you think he'd let him pass, but I think that's just Joe getting a bit excited there, and Joe going a little bit deep on the brakes. naturally Cutler wasn't going to slow down for him for no reason. So Cutler in the pits as we saw him pick up that damage. Oh, we've got Purcell and Sean side by side now, battling away into the last corner. Purcell just about getting past into fourth with a tiny touch of contact between the two. I say tiny touch, there's a bit of damage on Purcell's car, front left suspension and front aero. Tyres have gone slightly on Purcell, so let's have a look at Sean's. Sean's tyres are absolutely fine, about the same actually between the two. Oh, big damage from Joe with a spin. I'm catching all the spins tonight as I join people. So on the grass, or in the sand, should I say. Sean comes through, Purcell comes through. So Purcell's up into a podium position all of a sudden now. So a couple of mistakes happening in front from Cutler and now Joe. Sean in fourth. He's having a good race this time around the Sean. Started towards the front, but he's managed to keep towards the front. So it can be quite easy to get swamped by the faster guys coming through, but he's managed to do a really good job of sticking with the faster guys, if nothing else. And he's had a good couple of laps defending if he's needed to as well. But at times, what's the word? I'm looking for a phrase. Can't think of what it is. Held his own. That's it. He's held his own perfectly at times as well against some of the guys that you could argue are quite a bit quicker. So really seems to be coming into his own in this race, does Sean. At the moment he's got an 11 seconds, nearly 12 second lead over Joe Winner behind him now. So no worries at all from behind. Oh, a bit wide there from Jambu. Luckily he's got a healthy enough lead not to worry about it. Big Les in second. Can Big Les find that qualifying pace that he had earlier and close Jambu down slowly but surely? He's on the medium tyre obviously, so I don't expect the laps to be quite as fast, but he can push all the same. He's gone purple in the first sector. Oh, Sean going a little bit wide. Nothing too major though. Lap 10 now. Quite a long race is this, so concentration levels do slip from time to time on certain laps. Danzo in 7th. Pilgrim Paddy in the pits, coming out of the pits actually. Fresh tyres on. Onto the softs now. So using the medium tyre first and then coming onto the softs. You have to use both compounds in this race. Or two different compounds. It's up to you, it doesn't have to be the medium, it can be the hard. But obviously the medium is favoured over the hard tyre just for its pace. Graham Reed's in 9th as he comes out of the pits after his first stop. So Purcell is in the pits this lap as well, getting that car repaired no doubt. Joe with pretty big bad damage, it'll take some repairing for his car as well. So if you chooses to repair it, you don't have to repair your car, but if you choose to repair it, which is wise, you do gain more time. He's looking at quite a time loss in the pits there. It's only ever a couple of seconds, but it does add up as you get more and more damage. Sean low on fuel, so he's going to have to pit sometime soon. Everyone coming towards the fuel window really, and the pit stop window. I think it's going to be everyone in the pits this time round, more or less. Nope, Jambu and Big Les have gone for another one, but I imagine everyone else will be diving in. Oh, Pilgrim Paddy's left. Not sure why. Fortunate though. So Cutler's done a really great job on fuel. Oh, did he come in earlier? He came in earlier, didn't he? He's already come in the pits. Everyone pretty much. Graham out there with half a tank of fuel, and then a few others that have already gone a little bit early. But look at this, risking it big time. It's Big Les and Jambu. Can they get to the end of this lap to be able to pit? It's looking like a big risk for Big Les. He's literally got no fuel left, more or less. Anyway, can he actually get to the pits? It's going to be close. Very close. Luckily, just about manages to do it by the look of it. Whoa. Cut that one fine, the Jambu and Big Les. So Cutler in third position at the moment. He's going to close right in on these leaders now as they need to refuel. Coming towards the last corner. Keep it nice and clean, Cutler. You never know where you might end up here. So Jambu just coming out of the pits. Big Les still fueling. Got a bit of damage to repair as well. So Jambu comes out just ahead of Cutler. Well, not quite just ahead. Quite a long way ahead actually. Looked like it was going to be closer than that. That's just me badly judging it. So our podium positions at the moment are Jambu in first, Cutler in second, Big Les in third. We've got Purcell in fourth, Sean in fifth, Joe in sixth, NGR Danzo in seventh, coming into the pits now, and Graham in eighth. Pilgrim Paddy has left us at this point in the race. So let's stick on board with Jambu. As he comes towards the last corner, we'll have a full lap with Jambu and see how he's managing to get round here so nicely. Can't see anything out of the back of his car. Going around there nicely, hooking up the apexes quite cleanly. Oh, hits the sausage curb. He's in the gravel. He's in the sand. Can he get it back on track before he gets to the corner? Making sure that he doesn't take out the car behind. He's actually a back marker, but sensible driving, although. Even though, whatever they're saying, whatever I should have said, my English is terrible at times. I met a German guy once in Australia, and his English was absolutely brilliant. Put me to shame. Cutler coming in, needs the fuel. So Jambu in quite a strong position at this point. Purcell 19 seconds back. So Jambu's definitely looking strong in this race, so long as he can keep it clean. Keep it together for the remainder of the laps. Roughly halfway through now. Well, just over halfway through. Purcell getting through on the back marker of Sean. Not Sean, sorry, Graham. Cutler in the pits, still. Coming out now in 5th position. Is it 5th? 3rd, sorry. Always messes up. Never quite right. 3rd position. Purple times from Purcell. See if we can take it to the end and get the fastest lap. Oh yep, just taken the fastest lap there as Jambu. Good lap. Takes the same line as I do for the first corner, nice and tight instead of taking it deep. You can take it either way, it's perfectly fine. But yeah, I prefer to stick to the 2 apexes on down the inside rather than go deep in between. Skipping through aimlessly, yeah. Need to skip through and see what action's going on. Oh, we've got Sean and Big Les battling away again. So Big Les trying to get past Sean. Oh, is that a touch of contact? I think it was. Big Les backing out of it as he realises he's pushing Sean's back bumper a little bit too hard. Oh, good battle developing here. Sean doing a really good job defensively in this race to keep Big Les behind. Which, quite frankly, no offence to Sean, Big Les has proved that he's quite a bit quicker in this car around this track tonight. Well, he certainly did in qualifying earlier, so Sean doing a really impressive job to have a good race here with Big Les and keeping behind, most importantly. Gaining a lot of respect here for Sean. Not battling too hard either, so when Big Les is actually side by side down the inside, lets it go, he doesn't force any contact or any massive issue, and then sticks in behind. So good work there from Sean. I like his style. Seems like he's learning week on week and getting quicker and quicker. Yeah, good racing between those two. Evening CJ, how's it going? Sean stick with him now. Not a lot else going on really, it's all split up between the guys, other than good old Sean and Big Les. It was a good battle that. I wish Big Les was still behind him. No offence obviously to Big Les's results, but it made for some good action, did that. Massive gap between Jambu and Purcell now, 27 seconds. Whew. That's a biggie. Jambu can do what he likes now. Can pit all he wants or do whatever he needs to do. pretty much even on fuel and tyres as well, so it tells a big story, does that. Purcell obviously it took him a bit longer to come through the field than Jambu, but yeah, that's a big gap. Cutler on the grass, woohoo, get back on track. Still in third, but dropping a bit of time there. No one right behind him to put any massive pressure on him, so gets away with it. Big Les driving away from Sean now, a bit of a shame to see. But like Sean had the pace when they were together, when Sean was in front, but he was just driving really well to keep Big Les behind, and now he's got past, he's pulled away. Joe Winner driving around on his own as well. Massive gap in front, massive gap behind. 49 second gap behind to Danzo. Evening, Jamie. How's it going? Nice of you to join me, thank you for joining. Danzo in 7th currently. You've missed a good race 1 and yeah, quite a good start to this one, you guys, Jamie and CJ. But thank you for joining, it's always appreciated. What is going on now? Really nothing major to watch. I guess I'll jump on board with Jambu and check him out for a lap and see how he's going, really. Don't have to be sorry you're late at all, Jamie. It's no problem at all. Good of you to join me. It's just come over the line, so heading into T1, jumping on board with Jambu, our current race leader. Taking that quite conservatively actually, it's nice and steady away, not risking anything too much on the exits or too near the curbs. Is it just me or does it look really funny? It looks really like yellowy. And the greens aren't quite green. Anyway, it looks a bit odd from the onboard view. Breaking into the corkscrew, gets it nicely done. Goes through there about as well as you can hope. Tricky corner this one, a lot of so easy to get a lot of understeer into there. Slightly off camber, it's kind of cambered but off camber, I don't know, it's weird, it's an odd corner. Well, and he dives into the pits, don't give us the glory of the last corner. So Jambu is pretty comfortable to be able to come out in first, and if not, he can certainly inherit again as everyone else has to pit. So Cutler in second position, he's got still a fair few corners to go before he even starts coming on to start finish straight, and a nice chance to overtake. Boom, boom, boom. Right, anyway, I was just daydreaming away there. Jambu's come back out in first with a reduced gap, obviously, after a pit stop, but still got a 14, nearly 15 second gap to Cutler in second, so very, very comfortable position he's in at the moment. Jambu, our leader in this championship as well, so only going to improve his championship lead as we go towards the final rounds sometime soon. I can't quite remember how many rounds there are. Seems like a long old championship. This is round 9 there, so I can't imagine there's many more. Jambu should be in pro, you're right, CJ. Bloody really quick. He's won more or less every race. Well, no, I don't think he has won every race, but he's had some really fortunate moments. I've watched a lot of it, obviously, and he seems like one of them people. He's obviously fast, but he has the luck as well. The luck of the draw seems to go towards him, so he really seems to benefit from that a lot of times, it seems. If you ever played snooker, you'll know exactly what I mean with the luck of the draw. If it's going for you, it's going for you. If it's not, it's really not. And for Jambu, it just seems to go for him more often than not. Yeah, I'd say there's 12 rounds CJW, confidently, because I know there is. Yeah. Otherwise, it's the final round. Oh, there might be 14, I've no idea. Can't remember how many I signed up to do. Seems like I've been doing it forever. Not in a bad way, by the way, just saying that it seems like I've been doing these for a fair old while now. So another good lap there from Jambu. Cutler coming through on the back markers. Who's that? I think that's Danzo. It's always quite interesting, this. Sometimes when the leaders come through on the back markers, you don't actually catch them that quickly. And you think, well, if Danzo had had a better time of it, all in all, it could have been racing away up at the front, really, for the time he's keeping at this point in the race. Makes you wonder sometimes. Well, there we go. Danzo pulling across and just letting him through. Makes it nice and easy there for Cutler, no problem whatsoever. Very respectful there from Danzo, and losing quite a lot of time in his own little bit of a race towards the back in doing that. So Purzel in the distance can see Cutler ahead, I think, unless that's Danzo again. Cutler might be managing tyres, but he's not doing a great job of it. starting to go. They're not too bad. Not too bad. Got half a tank of fuel though, so he's alright for fuel. He just needs to pit for tyres possibly towards the end. He should be able to go towards the end. If you saw what Big Les did in the first race, then he went on a massive stint on the soft tyres and just kept on going and kept on going. He had a big enough lead to be able to do it, to be fair to him, but he just kept on going on the soft tyre and just took it way past what you think it should do. He was losing time, but not that much time. So this is Purzel catching up to Danzo. I was getting excited that there was a bit of action going to be developing, but I fear it's still not really going to happen. Completely died off the action in this race. Oh! Good catch there from Purzel in the end. Showing Danzo that he deserves to be let through by doing the celebratory lose it dance in front of him. Keeps it going in the end though, just warming up those tyres, he'll say. Post-race press conference, what we're going on there, Purzel? Well, tyres just felt a bit cold, that's all. It's a legitimate move. Big Les going slowly. What's going on there? Saving fuel to the max by the look of it. Just cruising through the corkscrew. He's got Sean right behind him as well, so I'm surprised. Good pump over Sean. Sean might have a chance of getting him here. Looks like he's really on the fuel saving Big Les. Not quite sure, it doesn't look like he's that low on fuel. I've had a good battle here with Sean. They've had a good race, these two. Big Les down the inside, Sean on the out. Not far behind at all is Joe as well, getting right into this battle, so we've got a bit of action to watch. Woo! Check it out from Joe's perspective, since it's close enough. Danzo not quite behind, he's 49 seconds. Sean going a little bit defensive. Already proved throughout this race that he's more than capable of driving a good defensive race. Joe closing right up on the back of him. Oh, looking for any kind of inside line to dive down the inside on the corkscrew. Doesn't need to in the end, because Sean goes a little bit deep. Keeps it going though, respectfully on the grass. Has to back out quite a bit, but Joe manages to get through in the end. Bit unfortunate there for Sean. Bad time to have a little bit of a moment when Joe had managed to catch up and get so close to his rear bumper. So a little bit of pressure maybe felt there from Sean, but drops the position because of it. So Joe now having the chance to try and keep or catch, depending on how he treats it, Big Les in front. Big Les was going slowly a lap ago, or a lap or two ago, with suspected fuel saving. It seems to have started speeding up again. Joe needs to be careful here, he's going to run out of fuel. He's still revving out the car as well, so I know he's trying to catch Big Les, but he's going to run out of fuel surely if he's not careful. He's got the tyres though to try and catch Les. Les's tyres are absolutely fine actually. Les has got plenty of fuel to push. So Les is in the strongest opportunity out of these two. What's going on up here? Jambo is probably nearly finished. Not far off actually. Not a massive deal of a great deal of action going on. So we'll jump on board Jambo, coming through the second to last corner and towards the last corner braking zone. Heavy on the brakes, turn it in nice and late, and there we go. Comes through the last corner to win the race comfortably with a 26-second gap in the end. Well, unless Cutler does something absolutely miraculous through these last couple of corners. So great job there from Jambu. It's getting quite a predictable season, a bit like the F1 in a way. Jambu winning time and time again, but proving that he's a good driver and is consistent week in, week out. Cutler finishing in second. Oh, voice broke a little bit. Purcell in third. Well done, Jambu from CJW. Big Les cruising by the look of it. Oh, what's going on there? Right, so thinking that we're actually going to see the end of the race and let everyone finish the race. No, everyone's that's it. Now we're over and done. What happened there? That were a bit short at the end. Oh, there were no major battle going on right at the end there, because that'd be a bit unfortunate. Anyway, that's it. That was pretty good. That went pretty quickly actually. I thought that was going to feel like a long race, but it went quite well. quite a bit of action to watch. Bit of a drought in the middle where there wasn't a lot going on. But yeah, good racing throughout the field really. Bit unfortunate for a few of the guys dropping back towards the beginning of the race, but then making the way back up as well, so not bad in the end. And some good finishing results from a couple of the guys, probably Sean's best finishing result, that for example. So good results in amongst the field there. Not that I've got them, well, I can actually, I should go up. I'm trying to use my wheel to do it, my wheel's not even turned on. So, race results, Jambu in first, Cutler in second, Purcell in third, Big Les in fourth, Sean in fifth, Joe Winner in sixth, Danza in seventh, and Graham in eighth. So, Sean in particular having a good finishing result there. Out of everyone, slightly more unexpected from Sean than anyone else. No offence intended when I say stuff like that. It does seem to be improving week on week, so that's only a good thing. Yes, ended up being two quite good races there. Really enjoyed that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Cheers for joining me, and I've not got a lot else to say really. Hopefully I'll be back to do some kind of stream of my own sometime soon. Maybe do a bit of daily racing or something. Anyway, take care, see you again soon. Leave a comment, let me know what you've liked, what you haven't liked, whatever. Slag me off if you want, and hopefully see you again soon. Give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already and you fancy it. Take care, adios. Thanks for joining me once again.